It's me, Pup. How are you doing? I, for one, am pretty excited, once again, for a new video game on the way, Marvel's Wolverine, which we can expect on the 15th of September this year. That's 2026 if you're watching from the future or the past? How? And we've been graced with 7 minutes of gameplay footage from the makers of the Marvel Spider-Man games, which, as you know, I'm a huge fan of. And I haven't really covered this one yet because while I am a casual Wolverine enjoyer, I'm definitely more of a Spider-Man superfan. But as it is, I do enjoy Wolverine. And the idea of Insomniac doing more Marvel games, yes, sign me up. They're a brilliant production studio for video games. One of the best in the industry, to be honest. If any studio is going to helm Marvel games going forward for the foreseeable future, they've certainly made a great impression with the Spider-Man games. That said, if they are using that as kind of the blueprint for the video game Marvel universe, and this is going to exist in the same universe as Spider-Man, and it's going to have kind of the same production values overall as Spider-Man, I think there is the risk of running into the Arkham problem, where every game needs to be the next Arkham. You've set this standard that is just absolutely ridiculous, and you have to live up to that standard every single time. If they want to do kind of a Marvel Cinematic Universe, but for video games, which it's clear that is their intention, we know that Insomniac will be working on an X-Men game as well, I think you need, like, a regular release schedule for that. I mean, it's already approaching 3 years since Marvel's Spider-Man 2. A game that I think definitely showcased kind of the limits of ambition when it comes to Spider-Man, and showcased that there's only so much bigger we can go, and we know that that game did not shape up to be the game that Insomniac's developers wanted it to be. So I just think going for the photorealistic, could pass for a movie, blockbustery, mega-budget AAA experience that feels like living the day-to-day life of the superhero might not be the right direction to go if you do want to kind of treat this as a launch pad for a greater universe. In a gaming landscape where these things are just bloating and getting more and more expensive, while games like the Marvel Spider-Man series are incredibly impressive and incredibly special, these should not be the standard that we're trying to go for at all times. These should be special. And I think with Marvel's Wolverine, we're going to get another very special game. And there are areas where they have kind of scaled things back and moved away from the Spider-Man formula. For one, this is not going to be an open world game. This is going to be linear. I think that's a great move. It's something I think they should also consider for Marvel Spider-Man 3. There's only so many times we can do the whole open world New York thing. So simply trying linearity is actually something that kind of excites me. You could definitely see some of the DNA of the Spider-Man games in the gameplay as well. Like, you wouldn't have to tell me that this is made by Insomniac. One pervasive thought that sat at the back of my mind as well, further gratifying kind of why I think they should take a different direction for Marvel games going forward, is as I was watching this, I was thinking, God, it has been a while since the last Insomniac Marvel game. Or at least it feels like it's been a while anyway. And, you know, it's Insomniac. It's going to be a while until the next Ratchet & Clank game. You gotta let them cook. But the question I had was, would I be willing to trade off these ultra-realistic graphics for something simpler if it meant that these games would release more frequently? And I thought to myself, you know what, even if they didn't release any more frequently than they are now, I'd still like something else. Look at the pen and ink Wolverine skin from Fortnite. Like, something like that would be perfect, in my opinion. I mean, as for Wolverine's costume itself, I do have, like, some critiques to make of it. I do want to do that in a separate video. I want to do a video devoted to Wolverine's costume at some point. But for now, I'm just going to showcase my live reaction to the gameplay footage. Enjoy. All right, here we go. Okay, so we're going big on the action already. That's great. Okay, so the suit looks, wow, look how hairy his arms are.
See if we can find the one that got away.
The suit looks a little off, actually. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not.
Might be our lead.
Something about that isn't quite there. It's impressive, don't get me wrong. How many 3D artists do you think were crunched to ensure that every little hair on Wolvie's biceps stands? That is insane detail. Gnarly. Gnarly. Okay, so we're going all in on the blood. That's a lot of blood. Very nice, very nice. Yep. He turned that guy into string cheese. This is immediately recognizable as an Insomniac Marvel game. Like, they've definitely carved out a unique look for their kind of Marvel universe. It isn't quite MCU, but definitely kind of uses a similar approach anyway in terms of modern tactical. Look at this. I've seen clips of this uploaded and kind of, it's been said that this is like stealth footage. That didn't seem very stealthy to me. As you might know from my video on DC games, I'm not a believer that stealth needs to be a part of every single Alien, every single game in the world. I don't know, I do like the suit. There's just something slightly, it's the mask. There's something about the shape of it is just slightly off. Darth Maul. It looks good from the back. I mean, hey, it's nice to just have Wolverine in a yellow suit in a realistic capacity. The combat looks really cool. Oh, damn. Jean Grey.
You're not going anywhere.
Neat little team up we got going on here. Surprised we haven't seen more X-Men sooner, to be honest. You could definitely see a lot of that kind of dodge, melee, counter kind of stuff going. Oh, wow, he's gashed open the back of his suit. And that's, I guess, his healing ability. Kind of goes through a meter like it did in Spider-Man. Okay. So his healing factor is the same as it is in Spider-Man. I was kind of hoping they'd do something unique, given that it's Wolverine and that there's more of an emphasis on his healing abilities. God, he is just covered in blood, though, isn't it? It's gonna stain. The suit's gonna be ruined forever. I mean, he's got the back blown out. Don't talk to me about phrasing. I'm not going to listen. So we got kind of like a rage mode kind of deal here. Oh, wow. I love these takedowns. Don't you just love violence? It's a simple pleasure. Some unique character designs in this. And is that Amanda Waller from Suicide Squad I just saw? So do we get to ride the motorcycle? Great, perfect. This is gonna be great. Yes! That's gnarly. Oh, yeah, goodbye, motorcycle then. I hope that we'll get more involved motorcycle stuff involved. A concern I've had with Insomniac Spider-Man is that they're not really sure what to do with him when he's not, like, going somewhere and beating a guy up. I guess with Wolverine, it makes more sense for it to be a bit more hack and slash. But I don't have a huge amount of confidence that Insomniac actually do know what to do with these superheroes when they're not fighting. I guess we'll see, but that's kind of all we're seeing, you know? Environments obviously look fantastic. Like this snowy location here looks great. These are definitely different environments to what you'd see. Jesus, look at him. Oh, his suit heals. Okay, so yeah, the healing ability is basically the same as it is in Spider-Man, where it heals like your suit damage and stuff. The thing with that is, in Spider-Man, it's obviously a gameplay feature. Like, they don't put any story emphasis on his healing. So I didn't really mind kind of going for a very gameplay feature healing system where, like, the suit heals with it. In Wolverine's case, since it is like a plot feature, I don't know how to feel about the suit being able to heal as well. I think that's also, like, the limitations of trying to make these things very realistic as well. Like, I think we're definitely seeing some of the disadvantages of the realistic approach that Insomniac have taken with their Marvel games. Okay, so he healed up there, but his suit didn't? Is that like a cutscene thing then? Oh, you're a superhero, you big emo. Sick. That's awesome. Yes. No, this does look very cool. This does look like a really cool game. My concerns with it are more just kind of, I guess, the bigger picture. Like, if Insomniac is going to become, like, Marvel's main video game production house, you know, like, and this is our centralized video game Marvel universe, I don't think this is the right direction to take. These are great games individually, but yeah. Alright, so yeah, that concludes my overall thoughts on this gameplay footage here. You could definitely tell that it is built on the same framework as Spider-Man. For example, the healing thing, yeah, that's a little disappointing. It has an in-universe reason for it, so I think they could have gone maybe a little further to make it immersive in-universe, make it make kind of sense. But it does appear to just be a duplicate of the healing system from Marvel Spider-Man, so it is what it is. With the combat, I can tell it's kind of the same overall gameplay as Marvel Spider-Man, particularly Marvel Spider-Man 2, in that you've got, like, the parry in there as well, but it is a lot of that kind of counter kind of combat. As I mentioned, people did talk about stealth, but I'm also like, just because the guy's crouching down, that doesn't mean it's a stealth section. In fact, I do think Insomniac, particularly with the Spider-Man games, have been good when it comes to making stealth kind of more of an option for how you play the game than something that is mandatory. With the exception of course, like the MJ sections. But overall, what are you guys' thoughts? Would you like a new direction for Marvel games? Or do you think this is just kind of perfect? Are you happy to wait? How are you feeling about the game? Excited? That's what the comments section is for below. If you liked the video, leave a like. If you disliked it, leave a dislike. Subscribe if you like Marvel stuff. I do a lot of Marvel stuff, particularly Spider-Man. And if you're on a mobile phone, apparently hyping the video is a huge help too. So like, yeah, I'd be appreciated. And now a special thank you shout out to the patrons in the $5 and above tier. We have Manalza, KB, Twilord, Biotin, Serious Skeptic, and Mr. SP. Kel Bennett, Big Funny, Hee Dare Denny, Sad Goku, Ghostly Phantom, Xanderwolf, Channel Pup, Lifeform, Data Successfully Copied, Council of Geeks, SSS06, Carlex, RT0, Marv Animation, Grant Allen, Josh Strider, Silver Ben Raven, Basic Content, Gideon Wells, Press Play to Jason, Joseph Tribble, and Cho Henshin. Thank you, folks, so much for being so generous. And as for the rest of you, the buffet's still open. If you got yourself a plate and you got a little space in tummy tum, go get yourself a little plate. Go get yourself a little plate at the buffet now. Goodbye. That was pretty neat, wasn't it?